Hello everyone, and welcome back to a game called Kill or Love. In the last bit of the game, we figured out how this guy met Grace, and that basically the nurse, Anna, is probably a succubus or something. I don't know. That's my dramatic-sized version of events, at least. Let's figure out what she really is, other than an insane ex-girlfriend, probably, and go on from there. Or a load, my bad. Alright, August 10th. I could write about all the talks we had, about the first night we spent together, about looking for an apartment and then finding it, about moving in, about pretty much anything that only involved the two of us, but I think it's time to move on. This isn't a feel-good journey after all. It was a Thursday, coming up to a year since Grace and I started dating. I was at the cash register. Grace wasn't in the store. An old lady was counting her change. Wait, we already read this, didn't we? Slowly, with trembling hands, and Anna walked in. And she pushed past everybody and nobody cared. Anna didn't buy anything. Oh God. She went to the register, towards me, empty-handed. The sight of her approaching made my heart start beating like mad. My head hurt. And she stared at him, because we read this part kind of before. I knew the moment I saw her that she meant trouble. Jack? Could it be the red eyes, possibly? My God, is that you, Jack? She had the nerve to pretend she'd stumbled upon me by accident, like she hadn't tracked me down. But I didn't have it together. I couldn't see through her acting. I was confused, panicking, not sure why. Excuse me, miss. Is it you? Please don't cut in line, miss. It's not fair to the other customers. The old lady was still tackling her massive coin. She didn't seem to notice much around her. Don't play silly with me, Jack. It's you, isn't it? Yes, my name is Jack, but you've got me confused for somebody else. There's a lot of Jacks out there. Oh, come on. You're you, all right. I put a hand on the counter to steady myself. She reached out, as if to place her hand on mine. I jerked my hand back like she was going to bite me. It's me, it's Anna. Don't you remember your old friend? No, we've never met. I guess it has been a while, 15 years? Not me, must be someone else. Anna stared right at me, through me. Oh, there's that expression again we love. We all love to know. I thought I'd either boil or freeze to death. Sure, it's you. Let's go somewhere and talk about old times. I know a great restaurant, just 2 streets over. Look, lady, even if I was this friend of yours, I have a job to do. So let me get it on with it. You're bothering the customers. The customers weren't bothered one bit. I was more bothered than anybody else. If they hated anyone, it was probably me. After all, I was being so rude to this pretty, charming girl who only wanted to talk to her friend. That's a good point, Jack. What are you doing in this place? It's a pile of trash. Like you. Someone like you doesn't belong here. I was through trying to reason with her. I crossed my arms and said nothing, hoping she wouldn't notice that my heart was pounding way too fast. Anna gave me a good hard look. So that's how it is. I'll see you later, Jack. And she went away. I let a long breath I hadn't noticed I was holding. I felt awful. Even worse, I felt Anna had been right. There had definitely been something familiar about her, but I didn't want to find out more. Next time she comes in, I'll treat her the same way, I told myself. Guessing correctly, there would be a next time. Guessing wrongly, that it'd be at the store. I'll do it again and again until she gives up. I don't know what she wants, but I won't give an inch. The old lady cried out. She'd found a quarter. Nice. I'm glad we remembered that. August 11th. It's weird, isn't it? How I just write today's date like that and then go right on to telling about something that happened months ago. I should write down when that stuff happened. But it was so long ago, I don't think I can remember the exact dates. Who cares? This is only for me anyway. It can be a jumbled mess. Sometimes I feel like I should write more about what's happening now. But nothing is happening. So flip it. When I told Grace about the girl who called herself Anna and who called me Jack, even though we didn't wear name tags, she took it like it was good news. That's amazing, Jack. She must have recognized you from childhood, she said. 15 years, didn't she? That's right, from the time you can't remember. I don't know. She might be some sort of scam artist. I just come up with the idea of Anna being a scam artist. It seemed a good enough excuse not to go near her again. Yeah, right. Come on, Jack, at least give her the benefit of the doubt. I don't need her, Grace. I've got you. Jack, I'm not telling you to sleep with her. Don't be so rude to her next time, okay? I wasn't being rude. You were so. You know you were being rude. Okay, so what if I was? Your girlfriend knows you. It's not fair to her. She seems like a nice girl. You're too trusting, Grace. You're too trusting. And don't you think it'd be good for you too? To be friends with her? No, not really. She could tell you about your past. Then maybe some things will start making sense. You could put whatever happened behind you. But nothing happened. Something must have happened, Jack. People don't. Grace fell silent. Instead of continuing, she started running her fork through her peas on her plate. We were having dinner. People don't what? Well, people don't do that at night. What? Unless something happened to them. I keep telling you, it must be some kind of weird insomnia. Nothing more, nothing less. That's why I'm gonna deny its existence until it kills me. Sleeping pills don't work on it. Something will eventually. But why not try this? The memories you have, it's like they want out. I think they should get out too. Then you won't be scared of whatever happened anymore. And how does that work exactly? You'll be able to face it properly. It's helped me a lot, thinking about what happened to me, seeing it's not so bad as I thought it was. I stubbornly refused to answer and went on eating like there hadn't been a conversation at all. What Grace had referred to was something I'd only recently found out. Apparently I shouted and kicked at night a lot. Sometimes I all out screamed. That's not insomnia. That is, or at least what it sounds like is night terrors. Maybe I still do all that, who knows? Maybe the staff and patients here are too polite to point it out. No, I don't scream at night anymore. I'm fairly sure I don't. Though that's not to say I can sleep all that well. Funny how at one point, something like that was the biggest problem in my life. It was so long ago. Or at least it feels like so long ago. So much has happened since then. Anyway, the morning after I would wake up sweaty and tired, but it wasn't until Grace told me about the screaming that I found out why. Grace said it happened about once a week. It really freaked her out. The first few times it happened, but then she got used to it. Or as used to it as you can get. It makes me feel like an asshole realizing how nonchalant I was about it. Screaming every few nights in my sleep I felt a small price to pay, so I wouldn't have to bother with the past. But it didn't matter in the end if I decided to face the past or not. Either way, it was coming. The second time Anna and I met as adults, we were neighbors. I was coming back from a morning shift at the store. I went into the building of our second floor, down the hall to mine, and Grace's door, and I froze. There was someone standing in front of our door. Oh no. That someone was her. Anna. Jack. Oh goodness, what were you doing here? Don't tell me you. She pointed at the door as to ask if I lived there. Yeah, that's my apartment, I say stupidly, instead of saying, oh no, I'm just visiting a friend or something, I don't know. As you damn well know. The hallway air felt warm and stale, soup-like. What are you doing here? I was going to say hello to my new neighbor. So hello. Wait, huh? And here. She pushed something into my hands. It was a plate wrapped inside a plastic wrap. There was something brown on the plate. Brownies, perhaps? Brownies. I'm sure you'll like them, Jack. But we're not neighbors. I spat the words out. Yes, we are. I'm right over there. Anna showed me the door to the right of mine. Ah, that place had been empty for weeks. I'm pretty sure the guy who lived there before was a heroin addict. He didn't seem so bad now. What an amazing coincidence, though. To think we would end up living so close by again. All the music that she has going on around her I really don't like. It's not a coincidence, is it? Pardon? Come on, really? What are you trying to do? It's so obvious you planned this. There's no way something like this could happen by accident. Anna laughed. It was a sound like a fork scraping a plate. What a strange laugh to have? Well, you can believe it's a coincidence, or you can believe it's not. Either way, we'll be seeing each other pretty often then. Enjoy the brownies. I won't, thanks. I'm not a big fan of sweet stuff, but I'm sure Grace will love them. Grace? Who is Grace? My girlfriend, I say stupidly. I pointed at our door with my thumb. We live together. My idea was that in case she was acting like this because she was interested in me, I'd gently tell her I was taken. Oh, I saw that. You thought you were being sly? Oh no. Grace, yes. She must be a nice girl. The best I've ever known. She's lucky to have you. It's the other way around. Well, it's been nice chatting. I'll say hi to Grace for you. I should go in and say hello myself. No need, and she's not here right now. But, bye. Bye bye bye, baby, bye 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 bye. Oh, please don't kill me for that, YouTube. I pretend to unlock the door. It was already unlocked because Grace was home. I slipped in and shut the door in Anna's face, like a boss. In the apartment, I found I could breathe freely again. Son of a bucket. Talk to this girl, be friends with her? Not a chance. She'd creep the hell out of me. Writing all this down, I can see why Grace thought I was overreacting. The plain facts of it don't make that bad at all. The plain facts of it don't seem that bad at all. I mean, A friend I hadn't seen in years noticed me at my workplace, talked with me a bit, and then happened to move in right next to me. But I knew right off from the start that there was something off about her. That's not something to ignore. Paranoid, yeah. But in this case, I was right to be paranoid. It's because I let my guard down that all that shit happened. Still, no word from the doctor about when I'll be able to get out of here. I feel like she's prolonging his stay, too. Depending on how bad it is, you know? In fact, I haven't seen him in days. I hope he's just busy. What if something happened to him? It's the paranoia talking again. No, that's not paranoia. That's plain stupid. Anna can't make a doctor disappear and get away with it. But I've got to say, if this doctor did disappear, it wouldn't be much of a loss to the hospital, I think. I'll have to ask him to give me some neck exercises I can do. My neck hurts from craning my head to the side all the time to look at the sky. Well, at least the weather's bad now. I'm not looking there as much. It's weird how a little neck pain is causing me trouble with how broken and battered the rest of me is. No, I probably shouldn't mention my neck to him. They might up my dosage, and what'll I do then, with my brain turned to mush? Maybe then I'd be happy. In any case, I have things to do, and I need to clear mind to do them. I hope that what I'm writing makes sense. I hope I haven't gone down the rabbit hole already, and all I'm doing is scrawling line after line of meaningless chicken scratch. But that'd be pretty funny, I guess, in a pretty unfunny way. You know, you shouldn't really write this stuff down, because that's going to be the stuff that gets you into jail. Probably. August 12th. Anna's brownies were tasty. I didn't have any, but Grace said so. She was just being nice. She's always nice. I wanted to throw the brownies in the trash, but Grace caught wind of them too quickly. She's like a bloodhound when it comes to sweet stuff, chocolate especially. Sounds like my kind of girl. And then, of course, I had to explain where I got them. Huh, weird. I know, right? There's no way it's a coincidence. Yeah, it must be a sign. A sign of what? That she's stalking me? Yep. You know, it is weird that she was stalking me, since she knew where I lived. But that she didn't know about Grace. Oh, true. I mean, she couldn't have known with how surprised she was. I don't think she was acting. Was it a coincidence then? No, absolutely not. That I refuse to accept. I think I'll go say hi. I could make something for her, too. Do we have any butter left? I want to bake her cookies. Yeah, and then you'll eat most of them on your own. Hey! Aw, I love the love banter. I don't see the point of going to visit her, though. We'll see more than enough of her anyway. We live so close by. Oh, she was making a cute face just then. We're neighbors. I want us to get started on the right foot. And maybe she and I could be friends. I think that'd be nice. I wrapped my arms around her. Of course, you deserve that. But please, find friends that are not her. Why? 'Cause she's a demon. Once again, I couldn't properly explain why. I couldn't put it down as anything more than a hunch, a gut feeling I get whenever I was near her. I've at least got to see her for myself, to see if she is really such a horrible person. Trust me, you're better off without it. The next day in the afternoon, I was lying on our sofa. I was nursing a headache that had been with me since the morning. Grace told me she'd be right back. She went out of the apartment with something in her hands, and then a smell of freshly baked cookies wafted out of the kitchen. It still took me about 2 minutes to piece the puzzle together. "Ah, shite," I whispered. I was immediately up. Not good, not good. Panic struck me harder than it would expect. It was like, with Grace seeing Anna all by herself, some vulnerable part of me was exposed. I wanted to bring Grace back and lock the door and keep her safe and never ever let her out of my sight. But that's called possessiveness, children. And we don't do that. But I also didn't want to go in there. I just stood there, head in my hands, wondering what the hell I would do. Even though that is possessiveness, though, I feel like maybe Grace should have respected her partner's decision to, his gut feeling. Maybe if he explained that was his gut feeling, that would have been a little better. But, we can't have a plot, without people going and doing stupid things, And under-explained nonsense is tended to happen in games like this. What the hell to do? At once, I was telling myself to go there, you coward, but also to stay here, you idiot. And somewhere far away, a tiny little voice, very tiny, very little, was telling me I was overreacting. Then there came the sound of glass breaking. It had come from where else? Anna's apartment. I went to the wall that separated our apartments. Now there was no sound at all, nothing to explain the crash. I finally overcame my cowardice. I dashed out of the apartment to hers. And that's as fast as a dash we could do. When I got there, I saw broken glass and blood, and Grace kneeling down, and Anna stood above her, and they were both smiling. They stopped when they noticed me there, out of breath and confused. "Jack." "Hi, Jack. Did you decide to join us?" "No, What the hell is going on?" "This." Anna waved her hand at the floor, all the bits of glass, white ceramic actually. There were also scattered cookies and drops of blood. "Yes, that." Just looking at the blood made me feel sick, like I was going to throw up, but I couldn't peel my eyes away from it. I've always been like that around blood. I've never had the stomach for it. Grace was picking up the broken pieces of ceramic. There was a little accident. An accident? Yes, what else? Grace, what happened? It's my fault, really. The cookies were a lot hotter than I thought, so I dropped the whole plate. Not outside of the hallway, not inside our kitchen, but inside her house. Seems legit. And it was Anna's plate, too. Wait, what? Were they baking cookies together in Anna's house? I don't get it. Be careful, Grace, you might cut yourself. She's cut herself already, look. Huh? She only now seemed to notice the blood around her. But Grace checked her hands, turned them around a few times to see from every angle, but found no cuts there. It's not me. It's my blood. What? Anna was, I just noticed, holding her left hand, tingling with her right. There was a little blood still trickling from beneath her knuckles, between her knuckles. Oh no! Grace's hands hover around Anna. She looks willing to help out, but afraid she'd do something wrong. How did this even happen? I tried to pick up some of the pieces. They're pretty sharp, aren't they? Hang on, Anna, I'm fine. I don't need you to do anything. The way Anna said that was forceful, almost harsh. Grace backed away. I can still help. She remembered I was there. Jack, go get some gauze. We have gauze? Oh, useless. That's such a manly badass hero thing to say. Frustrated, more frustrated than I've ever seen her before, Grace ran off to get gauze herself. She left me there, in the belly of the beast. I tried being polite. Shame about the cookies. A real shame I didn't get to eat a single one. Well, actually, she picked one up with the free finger of her left hand. Some of the blood gone on the cookie. Before I could say anything, she ate it in one bite. Jesus! It's not bad. They're still warm with my blood. Do you want one? I'll pass. God, you make me sick. That's not a very nice thing to say, Jack. If anyone else said it. But I forgive you. She licked her lips. I shouldn't have left, but I was like a frog being stared down by a snake. I wonder what's taking Grace so long. She must be flustered, poor girl. So much worry about that teeny little cut. It's not serious? It's not. How do you know? I've seen lots of cuts. I can imagine. Anna laughed. I'm a nurse. That I couldn't imagine. It's still hard to believe, though. I see proof of it every day. There's a lot of blood. You don't believe me? Look. She showed me her hand. The cut ran from the base of her thumb towards the middle of her hand. The wound was thin, but long and ragged. The skin around the wound was pale and moist, showing how fresh the cut was. I could have puked. Oh, does it look bad? Don't worry, it won't even scar. Stop that. You're really I don't remember what I was going to say. It wasn't nice in any case. What stopped me was Grace coming back. Sorry. There wasn't any gauze. Here. She brought a roll of pink toilet paper. I hope this is good enough. Thank you, Grace, but I don't need it. You don't? No, see? The blood stopped. She splashed me a smile, the corners of her mouth still red. From the blood on her cookie? August 13th. Good day today. Didn't see Anna once. But enough of that. After what happened, it seems like you haven't seen anybody. Your doctor, Anna, it doesn't sound like you've seen anybody of significance who should be working in a hospital of all places. After what happened where I left off yesterday, I was sure Grace and I were on the same page, but no. And we're gonna save it right here, but we're not done. We're just saving. Because still, we have came across absolutely no options to choose whether we love or kill or not. In the end, I was the one who cleaned up that bloody mess on the floor. I threw away the cookies before Anna could get her hands on any more. Back in our apartment, Grace let out a long sigh. What a mess, am I right? Yeah, it was all my fault. I meant Anna. You did just meet her, right? Yes. And? Well, I can see why you've been avoiding her. Is that what you mean? If that's what you mean. Thank you. She's beautiful. What? That's not the reason. I thought she would be some shy little girl or a crazy cat lady or something. But she's like a model. What? No! Don't try to deny it, Jack. It's why you don't want to go near her, isn't it? You don't want to be tempted. Oh my god, that is so wrong. So bad. I shook my head. I really didn't see her that way. Now, with a little more perspective, I can say it's true. What a waste of good looks. She's much more beautiful than me. Hey, don't say that. She's not. She is. Grace dropped her gaze to stare at her hands. And she wasn't mad that I ruined her plate. She wasn't scared of the blood either. She's just so... I took her hands in mine. They were cold. Grace, Jack, you are beautiful and kind, more beautiful and kind than any other girl in the world. I'm lucky as hell to have you. My cheeks burned. I must have looked like a tomato. I wasn't used to saying stuff like this. I mean it. Don't say stuff like that, okay? Oh. Grace blinked. She just woken up. Oh. I've been saying a lot of dumb stuff, I guess. I'm sorry. I'm a real hassle, huh? No, don't say that. Grace, don't say that. Come on now. And don't say you're sorry either. You've done nothing to feel sorry for. She apologized way too often. Come on, be a good boyfriend. Good boyfriend. August 15th. I didn't write anything yesterday. The pain in my leg made it so I couldn't focus. It's been hurting like a blotch these past few days. I gave in and asked the doctor about it. Oh, there he is again with his blurry face. He's fine, by the way. Didn't disappear or anything. Must have taken a few days off. I asked him about the pain. I asked him if he could do anything about it. Apparently the pain is a good sign. I think that's what he said. So I guess my leg is healing all right. But it still hurts. When the doctor went away, I complained out loud that it hurts. One of the other patients must have thought that I was talking to him. The patients here now are not the same guys as I mentioned before. Maybe one is, but that's all. The others went away to another part of the hospital, or home, or maybe to the morgue. I don't know. I wasn't keeping track. So I said something about how my leg hurt, and the guy on the bed next to mine, a kid actually, couldn't be more than 18 or 19, starts talking to me. I think he was saying how he's in a lot of pain too. I couldn't understand most of it though. His jaw has been wired shut. Anything he tries to say turns into moans and lots of drool. Then a nurse came in, not Anna, and told him that he shouldn't speak if he wants his mouth to get better. He shouldn't speak. I need to get my words done correctly. So oh, that's so mean. He shut up. Not much else has happened, but my leg really is bothering me. It's a deep pain. It doesn't feel like it's healing. It feels wrong, in a way that makes my teeth hurt too. I'll stop with the leg now. I have to get my mind off it. It hurts so much. I'll check where I left off the day before yesterday and go from there. You're not coming with us? Again? No, I don't feel like it. But Anna is so great to hang out with. Yesterday we went window shopping, then we went to a cafe, and we had ice cream at the park. Sounds fun. It was. Anna's a really interesting person. You should give her a chance. I want us all to be friends. So please come along. No, I'll pass. Sorry. A moment later, Anna came in without knocking. She never knocked anymore. Ready, Grace? Yes, in a minute. Grace sighed heavily. Or heaved a sigh. Are you sure you don't want to go? Yeah, I'm sure. Go have fun without me. Okay then, some other time. We kissed. Have fun. We will. Bye. Grace and Anna became friends. I was about to say what? Good friends. Very soon after they met. What? Good friends very soon after they first met. That sentence made sense, so I don't know why I was stuttering on that one. I was against it, but I found it hard to complain seeing Grace so happy. They spent quite a lot of time together. Whenever I said anything about this, Grace would tease me. She'd say I was jealous, but she would also invite me to come with. I always declined. I eventually got used to it, and things were quiet for a while. Once at the store, I was applying discounts during work hours. It should have been done before we opened up, but someone had been slacking off. Someone. I won't point fingers. It was Don, the old guy. So I was the one stuck, wondering what kind of dog food the negative 20% should go on, or something like that. The lists they gave us were always terrible, so full of corrections you could barely read them. Oh, here comes Anna. I noticed that they're always wearing the same clothing. I mean, do they never change? Does everybody get one pair of clothing for the rest of their life? Is it customizable? Come on now. We could try a little bit harder than this every single day. As I was about to choose at random where to apply the discount sticker, someone put a hand on my shoulder. Oh, Anna. There was a tightness in my chest, but it passed within seconds. As I said, I got used to it. She didn't scare me anymore. Hi. How are you, Jack? I'm alright, thanks. Hey, random question. Do you like big dogs or small dogs? Big dogs, I guess. I see. I bent down and placed a sticker reducing the price of the dog food that had one of those wiener dogs on the packaging. Grace is in the break room, by the way. I know, I was just there. But I wanted to see you. Yeah? Why? I haven't seen you at all for the past week, you know. Didn't you notice? I guess. I was called into work a lot. You must have been busy here, too. Yep, busy. We should meet more often. After all these years apart, we must have a lot of stories to tell, huh? Yeah, maybe. Jack, you mentioned dogs, right? Right. Was that because of Buddy? Who's Buddy? Oh, I didn't know. Oh, that's not what I meant to do today, but okay. Let's just save anyway. Why not? So apparently, right-clicking is, it brings up the save point. I did not know that until now. So, you really don't remember anything? Nope. I don't remember this Buddy, and I don't remember knowing you either. Of course, now I do know about Buddy. I don't remember his breed or how old he was or anything other than his name, really. But I do know of him. A certain picture book told me. That's really too bad. But it'll all come back to you, I'm sure. Who knows? Buddy was a really sweet dog. You liked him a lot. I shrugged. And he loved you. But then again, that dog loved everybody. He was so trusting. Too trusting? I'm sure he was. Are you really fine with not knowing so much about your life, Jack? Yeah, I am. I'm used to it by now. I think it would feel weird if I could remember, actually. I suppose it's easier in a way. There are some things best forgotten after all, aren't they? Ha, yeah. Well, at least we can find something we both agree on. Ha. Of course there are. And I wish some of those things would have had the decency to stay forgotten. Why mention it now, though? Oh, no reason. I was just a little curious. I didn't believe her. I sensed that there was something in particular she wanted me to remember. I do now know what it is. I do know what it is now, but I still don't know why she wants me to remember what she did. Is it some sick form of love? Or does she want to finish the job? Is it both? I don't know, I really don't. Her mind is as much of a mystery to me as it ever was. Did she try to kill him or something? Interlude. Anna in Wonderland. Hold on. Yep, we're overriding the save right now. This feels like maybe decision time. Maybe. Dear Diary, I found him. It was beautiful. It was like fate. It was fate. As soon as I came to the city, I caught his scent in the air. A little, but mostly I smelled homeless people and gasoline. Why do you go all the way out here, Jack? Why did you do that? You love nature, the smell of pines where we grew up. I was ready to spend weeks looking for you, Jack. Or months, years, if I had to. I even got a job at the hospital here. They're overstaffed. They're understaffed, so it was easy. But there you were, in the first store I went to. I didn't even go in to look for you. Fate, fate, fate. But you were a little strange. Surely you recognized me. I haven't changed that much, have I? I mean, it's been a while, and I have tried to make myself pretty for you in every way I can think of. But you know, it was me, right? I knew it was you. You haven't forgotten me. Were you pretending? Playing a game? Yes, that must be it. Well, I'd love to wait and see what you were doing, dear, but I've been a patient girl for far too long. So, are we doing a complete 180 turn right now? Friday. Jack Friday. I knew he changed his name to that, but it's just so funny, isn't it? We'll have to change it back, Jack, for when we were married. Oh God, I want the real one to follow my first name. Jack Friday? It made me giggle when I saw it in your employee records. How did she get that? I just had a peek, nothing more. Just to see where you live. I wanted to follow you home at first, but then I thought, hey, wouldn't it be insanely romantic if the next time I saw you, we lived right next door to each other? I knew you're playing your little game of you don't know me anymore, but that's not too much, is it? Being neighbors? You won't be angry, right? Even if it makes you angry, I'll have to at least do this, right? I can't wait anymore. I'm tired of being by myself. I waited this long already. I prepared for you for so much. Maybe you won't be mad. Please don't be mad, please. Yes, one other thing, darling. That street where you live, isn't it in a terrible part of town? Run down and cheap and even dangerous? I haven't been here for long, but I think that's right. Is that part of your game too? And working in a store? That must be it as well. Someone like you should never work there. Instead, you should be a... Gosh, I can't even imagine what. And isn't that perfect? I don't want you working anywhere. I want you all for me. Man, this girl's deluded. Can't she realize that he's not playing a game with her? He's just trying to live his life. Dear Diary, the street is worse than I thought. God, the smell. Do you really know what you're doing, Jack? No, I shouldn't doubt you, I know. The rent is cheap, at least, very cheap. But more importantly than that, or anything else, there was a vacancy right next door to your apartment. I can't wait to move in. We'll be neighbors. I'll see so much of you, it will make me drunk. Great. Dear Diary, what a beautiful dump. I said this to the landlord when I brought my things here. He thought I was complaining. He said I should have checked out the apartment before I rented it. He's an idiot. There could be a swarm of rats or roaches living in the apartment. Crack addicts, for that matter. And I wouldn't have given a darn. But still, I can't keep it dirty forever. I have to practice my homemaking skills. Time to make this dump a home. Dear Diary, I like how this soft music is playing over this whole entire overly obsessive diary reading that I'm doing. It just really takes you away from the story. Just back from a quick jog, gotta stay in shape, and the brownies are just about done. I know, I should have kept an eye on them, but I've been doing this for long enough, you know? The brownies are perfect, not burnt, not raw, just right. I hope he likes them. He never has any of them, though. And that's funny. Jack, I don't know if I can go on. Who is this girl? I'm the one for you, the only one for you, and yet I know this is part of your plan, but you didn't have to do it this way. Why are you being so cruel? I have work now. I don't care. I'll go to sleep. He's not being cruel. It's not part of a plan. He's trying to live his life. Come on now. I cried all the bad feelings out. Things don't seem nearly as bad now. Jack is testing me, so I have to show him I have what it takes. There's nothing at all I can do This is nothing at all. I can do this. Dear Diary, I met her today, Grace. I hope she doesn't get in the way. She's a sweet girl, but she's clumsy. She dropped a plate of cookies. My plate, too, of cookies. And there were cookies and broken pieces of porcelain everywhere. I'm pretty clumsy, too, I guess. I cut myself on the sharp when I tried to pick it up. Jack came in, just as I got cut. He must have sensed I was hurt. There was a lot of blood for a wound so small. The blood reminded me of that time. It always does. I showed it to Jack. He looked like he was going to vomit. Great acting, Jack. I love you. It's not acting. It's not acting. Oh my god, she is so deluded. Dear Diary, it's almost funny how deluded she is. I've gotten better at playing along with Jack's little game. I see him a lot more now everywhere I go. Nearly half of those times I'm not even trying to make our paths cross. Fate. I'm also seeing Grace a lot more. She's always asking me to go somewhere with her or to chat, and she's always coming over to my apartment without Jack. She's become a real bother, honestly, but I act nice. That girl tells me things about Jack, after all. Though, of course, she doesn't know anything about him that I don't. That's because she doesn't really know Jack. But now I know what he's pretending to be like. He told Grace he has amnesia. It's a little unoriginal, Jack, don't you think? That's okay, though. She believes you. That dumb little... Ugh. I might get sick reading this, y'all. Dear Diary, I'm troubled. You just never know, okay? Okay? I'm troubled. I'm starting to think that Jack is not pretending. What if he really has forgotten all about me? No, I can't have that. I need a sign, Jack. Just one little sign, so that I know you remember. One sign. Anything is fine. Dear Diary, Jack doesn't remember me. I'm pretty sure of it now. He doesn't remember anything. Darn. But that's a good thing. He hasn't been acting cold on purpose. I'll give his memory a little jog, and that'll be that. Good as new. But this also means that he's serious about that Grace girl. We can't have that. No. I'm starting to see her true colors. She's a filthy seductress, all right. She's also an idiot. She invited me for dinner tomorrow at her apartment. Their apartment. Her and Jack's apartment. The apartment they're sharing together without me. Man, I really don't like her. Terrible day. August 16th. Terrible day. Really awkward. Anna was hovering around me all day. I swear, she was here for more than 2 shifts. Wait, we're back to the guy now and you didn't even tell me? How the bell does that work? I've never heard that expression before, but no, okay. Okay. I couldn't write at all. Yeah, you really couldn't. You even put the apostrophe back there instead of where it needs to go. Well, she's only... Is this done on purpose? Is this... She's only gone now and it's after midnight, but... midnight. I guess I should mark this as the 17th, then not the 16th, but who cares? Now I have to write in the dark, but that thing, so he is doing this on purpose. I don't see it being a problem. He wrote that perfectly fine. So not long after, did I ripped about the about how Amma came to see me at the store that one time. Yeah, I did. Not long after the T-Bat, Grace invited Anna over for dinner. She could have told me before asking Amma. Not that I would have said no. I didn't have an excuse to say no. I wish you would have just wrote it out, like maybe at a lamp or something. Come on now. This is poor. But I mean, she only told me about the dimer a few hours before it. Yes, I was preparing, spelt wrong, for a really relaxed evening. And all of a sudden, Grace says, we should start making dinner. And oh no, I forgot to tell you, Jack. I shouldn't be so bitter and childish. People forget, it happens. But didn't mean anything bad by it. It still rubbed me the wrong way, though. Anna was going to invade my home and be there for hours, and I'm pretty sure I had every right to be angry about that. No, I'm sure I should have sent her packing the first time I saw her, and then when she moved in next to us, and a million times after that. I should have. The fault is mine. So yeah, dimer. Because we're not going to spell it right today, no. The food taste is amazing, Jack. Thanks, I barely made anything. Oh, we better save. We might have the choice whether to love or kill. Come on now. No choices throughout this whole entire thing. Let's go. Thanks, I barely made anything. That's not true, is it? You were in charge of the rice. And that's a glitch. Yeah, the rice. It ended up mushy. I think it's delicious. Anna ate it like it was the tastiest thing in the world. An idea popped into my mind. If I bore her, she might leave early. Thanks. But the chicken is much better. And it's incredible how you could make anything decent in the oven we have, Grace. Oh, don't talk about the oven, Jack. It's embarrassing. I'll bet you've never seen a greasier oven, Anna. I swear to God. I tried to clean it, but nothing works. I don't know what the previous owners did to make it all dirty. Probably had a crackpot joint in here. Probably making some drugs, you know. And that's not even the biggest problem, is it? You said. Yes. The light in the oven barely works. And don't get me started on the heating, it's so sketchy. The heating is sketchy? Yeah, all that. And you still managed to make something this good. What did you say, Anna? It's tasty, it reminds me of home. Have you tried remembering what home was like, Jack? I swallowed, choked, and coughed. What's with that all of a sudden? Anna smiled and went on eating. I was just wondering. Oh, there's that music again that I don't like. Should we turn it up a little bit? Hopefully it's the last time it plays. It's a strange song, okay? Don't get me wrong. I am a music connoisseur. I love music of all types. This is just strange music. No, I have not tried to remember what home was like. I don't see why I have to. I'm fine without it. Alright. It's a shame, though. Tough. I'm Jack. Yeah. What is it, Grace? I'm with Anna on this one. You are? Yes. Even after you said you were fine with me deciding what goes on in my head, I'm trying to think of what's best for you. That's right. You can't spend your life running away from your past. Face it now. Be a man. It's not healthy to lock so much of yourself away. It can't be. You have to agree, Jack. Well, technically, I don't have to, Grace. I didn't reply. I was... Okay, I don't know this word. Eviscerating a chicken drumstick. Obliterating it, or something? Anna, I didn't tell you this, but at night, at least once a week, Jack, that's enough. I banged my fists on the table, then I was immediately ashamed that I'd lost my temper, but I couldn't back down. This has got to do with me, and me only. Stay the hell out of it, both of you. Do you understand? Why are you so... it's no good. I've never gotten this angry before. I needed to be alone. I walked off into another room, but it didn't help. I could still hear their murmurs and their whispering. They were talking about me. I dressed in a hurry. Wait, you weren't dressed before? What? Huh? What are you? Are you going out, Jack? I nodded. Have fun. Wait, don't go. I'm sorry, I keep insisting so much. You know I'm trying to help, right? Yeah. Then please don't be mad. I couldn't stop being angry. It was stronger than me. Can you just... one thing for me, just so I know I did all I could. Do what? Can you say you're fine with... No, please, say that you don't want to remember. Can you do that for me? Of course. I hesitated longer than I thought I would. Suddenly it struck me. I was being childish as hell. But in the end, my anger and my stubbornness won over. I don't want to remember. There, are you happy now? I wanted things to stay as they were. That's all I ever wanted, for nothing to change. Because for once, I was happy. Well, I'm sorry. You should be. Wow. Jack, come on. Jack, come on now. Wow. That's a little cocky. By the time I came back, Grace was gone. Alright, I think at that we are gonna save there. I feel like this is drawing to an end, but I don't know how long this is going to continue, and I've been playing this for exactly an hour as of now. So, thank you guys so much for watching. This is an interesting story, to say the least. Very interested in hearing what happened with both Grace and Jack. But I don't know if we're going to get Grace's side of the story. We might get Jack's side of the story. Don't know about that. Hopefully we do, though. I even want to know the antagonist's side of the story. because she's very interesting. She's obviously very obsessive, but, you know, it's whatever. Anyway, again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you've been following this series, I really appreciate every single person who watches any of my videos for any amount of time, honestly, because all those views help, all those likes help, anything helps. So thank you guys so much again. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!